not to be used for food because of the paint on it. Would people really use these for food? I don't think so. Hello and welcome once again to M Cubed. I am Brian, the merchant of the Motley Mix. The Motley Mix merchant on eBay and YouTube and Facebook. Welcome to the show. Welcome to this channel. If you have not joined us before, I am a Canadian eBay reseller, and I've been doing this for about 4 months steady now, part-time, just for fun and for a little bit of profit, and documenting it all here on YouTube as far as what's sold and the things that I have found in my auctions and my thrifting time. Glad you could join me, and if you like the video, please do hit the thumbs up down below, because it does definitely help the video get some traction. And if you want to follow along with the entire journey, please do subscribe and then hit the bell to be notified every time a new episode is uploaded. Okay, that's out of the way. How's everybody doing today, this week? It has been an amazing week here at the Motley Mix Merchant household. I will get to the reason why in just a second. So, I don't know about you, but I think the summer doldrums are over. Things have picked up, as I mentioned, but the last 2 weeks really has been pretty good. This past week, although the number of sales hasn't been great, the numbers for dollars have been amazing. So let's get into it. First, I'll start off with what's sold on eBay this week, and I'll start small and move my way up. We're going to start off with this cute little bunny planter. I've had it in the store for probably a month and a half, going on 2 months now. Little ceramic thing. I think that cost me about $2 at the Value Village nearby when I bought it, and it sold for $12.99, plus they paid for the shipping, so nice little bit of profit on that one. And you know what? Small stuff adds up, but we'll get into the big stuff in a second. Next up, this Affliction t-shirt. Rally Roots got me onto the Affliction brand. I know the market is very saturated right now if you look at the number of listings. And the number of solds, though, are still up there and pretty good percentage-wise for sell-through rate. So picked up this Affliction t-shirt that I saw at the Goodwill one time. I think it's about 2 months plus, actually, that this has been in the store without much action. But interesting story. I dropped the price by $1 when I did the sell similar gig. You know, when you end a listing because it's ending that day, you end it and then go back in and then sell similar instead of just relisting it. It treats it as if it's a brand new listing with a brand new number and all that kind of stuff, so it gets pushed up into the search results. Well, I did that, and then I dropped the price by $1 at the same time, and it sold within 2 days. So I'm definitely been following that model of selling similar of ended listings as opposed to just letting something automatically renew after its 30 days is up. So it sold for $12.99 plus $6.99 towards the shipping. I don't know why I had shipping on that one. Usually I just do t-shirts with shipping included, but for some reason, I think because the Affliction brand was worth more, I kept the shipping on there, and it sold. And that was about a $4 purchase too, same kind of thing. These were interesting. Focus pads, they're called. It's for MMA or for boxing. It's the kind of thing when you see the boxers warming up and they're punching their trainer's hands, these are the things that go on the trainer's hands. They're called focus pads. These ones were nice. They were leather with a lot of padding and straps to keep them attached, and they were really, really nice. I got these for about $5, but again, these have sat in the store for 60 plus days, and the price I kept reducing the price and nothing. Finally, they sold for $14.99 plus the shipping. So with a $5 investment, not a huge profit, but a profit nonetheless, and it gets an older item out of the store to make room for some new stuff. This was a auction lot find. Bunch of railroad tracks and tunnels and some cars and houses. No house, just the cars and some like trees and stuff. It was a Jakks, Jakks is the brand name. Bundled it all up with 28 pieces of track plus the accessories, and that sold for a full asking price of $26.99. Model trains they're big, and the brands are right, whether it's Jakks or there's another one that I've got the accessory kit out on the store as well. The name brands they sell. So yeah, that was nice. That was an auction find. I think that was $3 box at the auctions, and I sold that for $26.99 US. So very happy with that one. That one surprised me. I Hadn't seen much traction on that one at all. Not many views, no watchers, and just all of a sudden it sold out of the blue. And I'll take that anytime. Well, coming up next is something that I have discussed a couple of times here on this show, and it is on its way to a new home. My Hungarian vase that I found at the auction a few weeks ago. It sold, and it sold right at the $44.99 price point, and plus shipping. I paid a little bit towards the shipping because it was a nice item and a big item, but it was in the store probably for a week and a half, no, 2 weeks, because I dropped the price every 9 days or so. So I dropped the price by $5. The original asking price was $49. I put it down to $44.99, and it sold very quickly. Now, I talked about how I was hoping that it went to some place that was going to take care of it. Well, the buyer has the word pottery in their name, so it has a lot of feedback. So I'm very happy that it appears the Hungarian vase that I found out so much about, it's on its way to a very nice home who will appreciate it somewhere in, I think it's Rhode Island actually, is where that is on its way to right now. Should get there today or tomorrow. So very happy with that sale. $44.99, and again, that was in a box lot. I probably paid $5 total for a box lot of 5 sellable items, so $1 input into that vase. Pretty good turnaround. I also talked about this item on a recent episode. I'm not sure if it might have been just the last episode actually. It is the pewter goblets. I decided to bundle them all up and sell them all together. There's 38 goblets. There's actually 39 because there was 40. One of the flatter bowled ones snapped, and I'm not a handyman at all to be able to fix pewter, so I tossed it. That left me with 39 items, 7 of which were the goblet, the wine glass type thing. So I took one of the wine glasses out of the picture, and the purchaser is going to get 39, even though they think they paid for 38, and they paid full asking price. $99.99 is what I put on it by looking at the comparables on eBay. That's pretty much what they were going for, because this was 94% pewter from Holland, not a very, very famous name and not the purest of pewters, but because I put it all together and I spent a good hour and change wiping them all down before I took the picture because they were covered in years of dust. I didn't polish them on purpose because I know some people like to have the tarnished look, even though it's a polished pewter. I didn't polish them on purpose because some people like having a little bit of tarnish on them and making them look like they're older, so I'll leave that up to the buyer to do what they want to do with it. So yeah, it was on there for a grand total of 4 days. By the time I cleaned them and took the pictures and listed it, it was only on the site for 4 days max, and it just sold about an hour ago as I was getting ready to do this video for full asking price. I put free shipping on this one. It's going to cost me a little bit to ship, but these cost me a total of $12 US for all the goblets, so I'll take that kind of profit all day, any day, every day, as I say. Now, last but certainly not least, I talked about the Time Life books that I got in the auction about two weeks ago. And I think I talked about them 2 episodes ago. Not last episode, but it was 2 episodes ago. I talked about the Time Life Library of Art. It was a total of 27 books in the set, and I sold them in about a week and a half. They sold for $159 US plus $25 towards the shipping. Now the shipping cost a little bit more than $25. It actually, and I knew it was going to because of how heavy these books were, it cost $50 total to ship because they are so heavy. And I sent a media mail, so they're going to take about a week to get there probably, down to North Carolina. And media mail has a 70-pound limit. Not that I would try to carry a 70-pound box into the post office, but there was a 70-pound limit. And so I weighed 5 books and tried to figure it out a little bit, and I knew it was going to be close. So I separated it into 2 boxes, one larger one smaller one, and I'm glad I did, because after we got it all done through the postal meters and everything, it would have been 74.5 pounds of books. So it would not have qualified for media mail if I had put it all into one box. So 2 separate boxes on their way. It did cost $48 total by media mail for the 2 boxes, and so I ate $25, but I will do that because, as I mentioned before, and if you didn't see those videos, you ready for this? That $159 sale cost me $2 Canadian. It's about $1.60 US. It was box lots of books that nobody wanted, and I just grabbed them for $1 per box, and I just made $160. So profit-wise, probably $100 after fees and my share of the shipping and that kind of thing. Probably going to be in the $195 to $100 range for profit for that one. And that's what gets you thinking, you know. And so with the goblets today and the book set, and then also the ceramic vase that cost me probably $1 overall, it makes you think about really starting to be picky about what you buy. I'm still liking the small vintage stuff, and I'll show you some of the things that I got from the last auction that I'm still going through, and these are some of the things I found in the last week that I've put up on the site. But I'm going to really start thinking about adding zeros. I've been spending $2 to make 15. Now it's maybe time to start spending $20 to make 150, kind of thing. So we'll see. I'm probably not going to the auction tonight. I've got things to do, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, so that was the week, and so the numbers money-wise were up there. The numbers item-wise were down. I did have 3 days of no sales. It is Thursday while I'm recording this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. And the goblets just sold this afternoon. So yeah, it was a quiet during the week. Weekend was good. Sold the books, sold the other stuff from Friday to Sunday, and then just starting up again now. Hopefully today is the start of a really good weekend, and online and otherwise. So let's talk about things that I found from the auction lot. I've been going through the boxes and listing what I can, and I've been finding some interesting stuff. It's a lot of smaller stuff. I mentioned that the first time I talked about this last auction lot from a week and a half ago now, 2 weeks ago now. A lot of stuff that's going to sell from $15 to $20 probably, as opposed to any of the big hits other than the books and the pewter. But so here's a few more things, small stuff, and but interesting stuff, and especially after you do some of the research. This plate, it is a footed plate. You can see the feet there, 3 feet. Small little plate. What's that, about 6 inches across? But as you can see, it's got this very intricate design on it. And I'm trying to figure out, I think that is pewter. I don't think it's silver plating because of the coloring. Although it could be silver. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is silver the way it's tarnishing. But you see, the back, it's white, where it has contacted the glass and cooled with the overlay. So I don't know. Comment below if you could, please. Is that silver or is that pewter? I'm thinking now that I look at it a little closer here, right live on camera, I think it might be silver. I don't know. It's more of a bronzy color, which makes me think it's more towards pewter, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments below if you have any thoughts on what this might be as far as the material used for the edging is cute, and the design is very nice, but same thing, going to be $15 to $20 regardless. Probably there's no identification marks on the bottom, so we shall see what that turns out to be. All right, saw this in the thumbnail, if you saw the thumbnail. Isn't that cute? That is, of course, an owl. But the history behind this jar, decanter, bottle, whatever you want to call it, is interesting after I looked it up. This crest is the crest of the University of Chile. And there is a tag on the back, and it does say University de Chile there in the middle. It is a bottle which held, it says schnapps. The translation is schnapps. Do they make schnapps in Chile? I don't know. Maybe they do. But this looks like it was a limited edition kind of thing where the university, but it's got a registration number on it. You can see there's a number on the bottom. It was made by the Faculty of Agriculture, made in the Faculty of Agriculture at the University of Chile. There is no year on it, which is unfortunate, but there's a number, and but it's a cute decanter, about 6-7 inches tall. It's got a cork in it, but I don't think that's the original cork, because I don't know, maybe it is. It fits perfectly, but somebody's put some wax around the cork to make sure that it stays put. But yeah, owls are cute. Everybody likes owls. There are collectors who collect owl things a lot, and I have not seen any of these online anywhere, so I have put them up. I think I put them up for $20 free shipping. He's on the eBay site if you want to check that out. That's in the links below. If it's still there, it's listed. So I thought that was cute, though. I found that in a box of random ceramics that probably cost me $2. So I thought that was cute, and hopefully somebody else does as well. Let me show you this. Collector plates aren't big anymore. My mom used to have collector's plates, the Norman Rockwell ones, and she loved them, and they were on our walls throughout our house. But they've fallen out of favor now. Basically, people don't really collect them very much. They're the ones that used to sell for $30 and now sell them for $5. But this one was included in one of the box lots that I purchased, and I just think it's gorgeous. And I'll tell you a little bit of what it says on the back and everything. Now you can see this. It's called Odark and Son Samick. It is a limited edition from the series People of the Midnight Sun, obviously Eskimos. And it's by Nori Peter, and it is a Kaiser plate made in West Germany. So this was in a frame. The frame was one of those big octagon frames that has the velvet around the edging of the plate. But the velvet was coming off, so I've taken it apart to take the plate out. But the plaque, the dedication plaque on the frame, was from 1982. So I'm guessing this is from the late 70s to anywhere up to 1982. I haven't been able to find an exact date on when this was made, but there's a series, People of the Midnight Sun, and this Nori Peter is very well known for her artwork and for the plates that she does these on. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Hopefully someone will like it. It is up in the eBay store right now. I can't remember what I've put on it for a price. I want to say $25 plus shipping. I always put plus shipping when there's ceramics or porcelain involved because it does help with the cost. If something were to happen, at least I got a little bit of the shipping cost covered. So yeah, it's gorgeous, and not to be used for food because of the paint on it. Would people really use these for food? I don't think so. So anyhow, that was in the box, and again, one of the boxes that was this. I remember exactly when this was. This was when we were getting towards the end of the box lots, and they were starting to throw 3 boxes together as one lot. So if you won for $1, you got all 3 boxes. And this end of frame were on top of one of the boxes that I got 2 or 3 boxes for $1. So this cost me maybe a quarter, 25 cents or less. So yeah, it's nice. It's a gorgeous plate. I don't have any desire to collect plates, so hopefully it sells. Last but not least, things that I found in the boxes is this. That's a cute little decanter, isn't it? Nice red glass. Picked it up, said, oh, that's nice, really nice. The stopper's in perfect condition. Very nice plastic stopper. It fits perfectly. Very nice. Then I looked at the bottom. It's Avon. It is a bubble bath decanter in the shape of a wine decanter. So there was bubble bath in this at one point. Believe it or not, though, it sells. People like these because of the decoration value, obviously. It's very cute little vase. And decanter, not vase, decanter. But yeah, I was like, oh, that's nice. I wonder if there's a mark on the bottom. It's Avon. So it's called the Cape Cod Collection. I did find the year. I can't remember the year, but it is considered vintage. It's more than 10 years old, or 20 years old. So yeah, I just thought that was funny that, you never know what you're looking at. And excuse my nose. I've had that issue a couple of times. There are some pottery type pieces that I have found through the auctions mainly, where absolutely through the auction, because I wouldn't buy it if I didn't think I knew what it was. But I find the piece and it looks great and everything, and then you wonder, is this vintage or is it Dollar Tree? I just sometimes you don't know, and you can't get the answers through your Facebook groups or whatever. So I can't. It's hard to sell sometimes because you don't know. Because those Dollar Tree and dollar stores and Winners and all those kinds of stores, they put stuff out that looks vintage, but it's 3 years old. So I don't know. Sometimes you never know what you're looking at. You got to do the research and find out for sure, especially if you're going to sell it, to make sure you know what you're talking about. So anyway, I talked about the fact that I've got things to do today, so I'm not going to be going to the auction. I am going to be taking part in a trunk sale on Saturday. I've decided that I've got enough small stuff that hasn't sold over 90 days in the eBay store and on my shelves that I've stopped the listings because there's just no traction on them at all. So one of our local antique houses, which is right on the main highway into this region, the Niagara region, they are having a trunk sale where you pull up with your car and you get a 8-foot wide stretch with your car, and you can set up tables and you put your stuff out there on tables. So basically you're doing a mobile garage sale, but they wanted to have they want people there that have stuff, not junk like some garage sale junk. But so I've got stuff. I've got the vintage stuff. I've got the ceramics. I've got jewelry. I haven't talked much about it, but in the last couple of auctions over the last 3 weeks, month, I've got a lot of, actually it's the styrofoam meat trays. No meat has been on them, but the styrofoam meat trays full. You know what? I'll show you. I haven't shown you this, I don't think. If I have, sorry for the repeat. But it's this kind of thing. I have got 8 of these full of necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. So I am going to be trying to unload a bunch of it at the boot sale. Boot sale is what the British mainly call it, but we call it a trunk sale here in Canada. So yeah, that's the plan for the weekend. It's on Saturday, runs from 9 till 2, and you know, I'll sleep fast in the morning and I'll sleep again in the afternoon after, since I work the night before until 4 in the morning. So, but that's what I have to do. So tonight I have to get some things boxed up and ready to go. And if they sell in the day and a half until then, I'll pull them out. But I'm going to see what I can do to unload some of my older items and get some cash flow in and turn around that cash flow into another trip to the auction next Thursday. That's the plan. So we'll see how that goes. So I will ask for you to wish me luck for the trunk sale on Saturday, and I will wish you luck with all of your garage sailing and thrifting this coming week. Leave a comment below. Have you ever done a trunk sale? Have you ever gone to a trunk sale as a seller? And let me know how you did, and let everybody else know how you did too, because I'm hoping it's going to be successful, and let me unload some of my stuff. So I will let you know how it goes on the next episode. For now, thank you very much for dropping by. It has been a pleasure to be talking to you once again, and I will see you soon on another episode of M Cubed. Cheers.